Let's quickly talk about Lexbe. And so when you think about Lexbe, I want you to think about eDiscovery software for lawyers. And to this conversation, I want to do an in-depth review. I want to really see the ins and outs, the pros and cons, the pricing, everything about Lexbe. So here's an overview I want you to pay attention to. What is Lexbe, by the way? So Lexbe was really built with boutique law firms, in-house legal departments, and corporations in mind to help better manage complex e-discovery needs. So when you think about Lexbe, think about complexity, think about complex e-discovery needs. And with this in mind, and given its ability to quickly scale to your needs, Lexbe would be a great fit for attorneys who have more involved ESI needs, prefer a DIY approach to e-discovery, and who anticipate needing additional users to help with any ESI needs. So it's all about complex ESI needs, okay? And one thing we love about Lexbe here is that the pricing is about right. You know, it's decent. It starts at about $25 per gigabyte per month. This is really good in terms of e-discovery. And the cool thing is it's cloud-based, so you can actually access the tool no matter where you are at. And what we love about Lexbe also is that it's great for small firms, it's great for large firms, it's great for any firm in between. This is just fantastic. What about the features here? So when you think about Lexbe, I want you to think about core solutions here in terms of e-discovery. For example, you have predictive coding. By the way, I needed to tell you that with Lexbe, there is no free trial. So you either go through the demo or you pay for the software right off the bat, okay? And so in terms of predictive coding, this is really good because e-discovery software such as Lexbe allows you to have, you can pre-tag documents before you even start reviewing them. So this is really good. You have OCR capabilities embedded in the tool. So OCR, optical character recognition. This is really cool because the OCR converts scanned images into searchable documents. And Lexbe has that capability. You have Bates stamping, you have production log. In other words, you're able to keep track of which documents have been produced in discovery through Lexbe. This is really cool. And you also have collaboration. So Lexbe actually fosters a collaborative environment within your team. So if you have a law firm with multiple lawyers and research analysts, and if you have a large constellation of team members being involved, Lexbe's collaboration features can really help you. So you can, for instance, batch and share documents with other users like co-counsel or independent contractor document retriever. So this is just really fantastic. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. Let's talk about the value added here. So when you think about Lexbe as an e-discovery platform, there are a lot of things you can do with Lexbe. First of all, you can actually accelerate your e-discovery process. So we're talking about having high-speed document processing, advanced case analytics. You have document search and filter. You have artificial intelligence insight. So the AI insights are really critical in today's environment because you have a constantly evolving judicial ecosystem. You have document review, you have document production within Lexbe. It's just fantastic. So the processing engine in the Lexbe eDiscovery platform is actually engineered to get you from document ingestion to review in record time. Okay, and the goal here is to allow you to gain critical insights into the relevant documents early in the process and have the time you need to build your strongest case. So it's all about helping you in terms of litigation. And so this tool actually supports thousands of file types and auto scales based on the size of the incoming data set. So we love that a lot because basically you're able to actually, the thing is you're able to analyze a large set of data real fast, okay? And unsupported file types generate a placeholder with a corresponding report for ease of management, okay? So when you think about Lexbe in terms of the core features, I want you to think about DIY upload. I want you to think about free uploads by Lexbe. You have native document character extraction. This is an important element in terms of when you have especially complex multi-state cases or matters. You have metadata extraction. You have MD5 hash code generation. You have normalized PDF generation. This is another element that's really great. Of course, you have the OCR that I just spoke about. You have indexing by the Lexbe Uber index. You have deduplication. You have a DNIST. You have bit sampling. You have electronic endorsement. So the bottom line here is what? You have a constellation of features and capabilities that are really enhanced because you are working in a collaborative environment. For example, when I'm talking about indexing by the Lexbe Uber index, you have concatenated indexing of all characters resulting in an optimized and searchable data set. So those are really great, especially for litigators who are constantly busy, who don't want to really spend time when it comes to e-discovery. Lexbe is there to sort of help you out. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about Lexbe. So this is a Lexbe eDiscovery software review. Let's talk about digital forensics. So when you talk about Lexbe, one important element you need to actually touch is the digital forensics, because Lexbe has been doing this for the last 15 to 20 years. And what they do here is that they have accumulated experiences like acumen across thousands of forensic collections. And so they actually support all stages of litigation with expert forensic services. And their team develops actually a specific plan for efficient, thorough, and defensible forensic collections to help you build your best case. Now, the thing that this is great. Our complaint about this is that Lexbe is not really transparent in the pricing when it comes to pricing. I mean, they'll tell you, we'll get this done for you, whatever, but they don't tell you the pricing up front. They tell you, we'll talk about the pricing later on, and this could be a problem because lawyers need to have some clarity about their cost too. So Lexbe, if you're listening to us, please be a little clear on that front. And so the cool thing is that Lexbe has a forensic team that actually can handle all aspects of digital forensics, including forensic acquisition, early case file inventory, forensic analysis, examinations, preservation, reporting, and testimony. Okay, and forensic collection can also be seamlessly loaded into the Lexbe eDiscovery platform for review. So this is kind of cool because, again, we're trying to really make sure that we are easing the task load, the workload for litigators across the country. And the cool thing about Lexbe here is that you have a constellation of advanced forensic tools that help you support, like really help you, your forensic project, and help you collect evidence from the broadest set of sources. So we're talking here about what? Smartphones, for instance, mobile apps, messaging apps, cloud storage accounts, social media, messaging accounts, laptops, desktops, servers, external storage devices, drones. Yeah, drones. Microsoft 365 accounts. Yeah, Google accounts, iCloud accounts. You have cloud-based email accounts, collaboration accounts. I'm talking here about Slack, Microsoft Teams. You also have tablets, SIM cards, SD cards, GPS devices, remote iPhone collections, live systems, internet chat and multimedia files, websites and web pages, and many more data sources. So we're talking here about what? We're talking about a constellation of data sources. And this is where Lexbe really flexes its innovative e-discovery muscles. The thing is, depending upon the size and complexity of the size of your law firm and the complexity of the case or the matter that you're currently working on, you might need to actually reach out to Lexbe for a forensic consultation request. And this is still part of the features that you have with Lexbe, because Lexbe is not just your regular e-discovery software. Okay, they also do forensics, and so you are able to actually request a forensic consultation. And so we can do this on the website. By the way, you just need to put your first name, last name, let's say your email address, your phone, your organization, and other details. But it's pretty straightforward. Lexbe can also send its staff members to actually provide expert testimony. So basically, you can rely on Lexbe when it comes Lexbe's expert witnesses to support your case. And their forensic investigators not only have the credentials and expertise to qualify as experts in the eyes of the jury, but they are effective in presenting the facts in a relatable way. And so their team, again, they have been doing this for 15 years now in terms of digital forensic investigations and reporting that really helps simplify trial preparation. So this is kind of cool. What we love about Lexbe here is that, now, by the way, they are expensive though. They are expensive in terms of affordability. They are expensive, so it's one of those things. They are qualified, that's for sure. Their forensic investigators are really qualified. They are even Celebrite certified, but they are expensive. But hey, listen, if you have a major case, you have a high profile case, and you need let's say a digital forensic investigators, you want to think about Lexbe. And as I told you earlier, the only problem we have with them is that because they're not really transparent when it comes to pricing. But hey, listen, it is what it is. They can also help you in terms of trial and deposition expert testimony. So their forensic investigators really have, in the last few years, they have received kudos when it comes to assembling the digital artifacts collected from all the relevant sources and presenting those facts in a clear picture of what really transpired. Okay, and the team of certified forensic investigators at Lexbe utilize forensic best practices, which enable them to confidently present the facts and handle difficult questions with the utmost integrity. What we have seen in our research here is that our team members, our customers, our business customers who have used Lexbe in the past, they really attested to that. They really told us that, yeah, listen, they are pretty professional, they're pretty straightforward, they're pretty thorough also, they're pretty granular, which is what you want when it comes to e-discovery, to the e-discovery process. Let's talk about forensic investigations. So forensic investigations, this is another area where Lexbe really shines, okay? So they do all kinds of stuff, okay? Well, when we talk about forensic investigations, we're talking about Lexbe coming to your e-discovery process and really actually giving you a complete roadmap of what you need to what you need to have from A to Z to actually succeed, okay? And so the cool thing is here is that they have the latest digital forensic tools that facilitate highly efficient and thorough investigations, resulting in a clear understanding of the available evidence for your case. And the cool thing I want to say here is that they have different stages. So once you actually reach out to them, so the thing is, you're not just getting the e-discovery software, the Lexbe eDiscovery software, you can also avail yourself of their forensic investigators. They actually work by stages. They have a stage 1 all the way to a stage 7. In some cases, they might go to stage 10. If you have a high profile, once again, high profile, very highly monitored or highly tracked cases, okay? And what we love about Lexbe is that they have been doing this for the last 15 years, but they will let you know if the case is strong or weak. So that way you have a clear idea if there are some cracks through the e-discovery process, okay? And so basically when you hire Lexbe, you have the option to just use the software for your e-discovery process, or hire the team behind the software, okay? And when you hire the team, you have some best practices that you can expect, because they've been doing this year after year after year over the last 15 years. So they have best practices revolving around proper evidence handling. They have complete documentation, including chain of custody, photographs, and the condition of each device. You know, basically, they also are able to write blockers that prevent the evidence from being modified during preservation. You have coordination and strategy development between the requester and forensic examiners. You have examinations of forensic images. You have a detailed reporting, delivering all relevant and pertinent information in a clear and concise manner, safe return of the devices. You have load file creation and loading into the Lexbe eDiscovery platform. So this is kind of cool. So the thing here is that you are able to really work with a team that's become very expert at eDiscovery. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about the Lexbe. So this is the Lexbe eDiscovery software review. Lexbe is also really active when it comes to managed services. So basically, the whole thing here is that when you are, let's say when your case is on the line, right, and then you are really busy, whether you have a small law firm or a mid-sized law firm or a large law firm, and you want to outsource the e-discovery process to a third party, you might want to think about Lexbe. Now, the problem that we have with Lexbe is that they're really good, but not only are they not cheap, they're expensive, and number two, sometimes when there are breaks in the communication, they do not actually reach out to a client real fast. Because I mean, it's one of those things. They need to train their investigators in-house more aptly in terms of communicating with the clients. Okay, and so basically, when we talk about managed services, Lexbe can really kind of help you in certain things. For example, they'll help you with analytics assistance, early case analysis, search strategy, ESI data mapping. They have a call-in. They have a predictive coding, production request, and other applications of AI. So their team is sort of has become expert, if you will, in terms of artificial intelligence. So this is really cool. And what we love also in terms of managed services is that Lexbe actually has a professional services team that uses best practices to help you really across the e-discovery process. For example, they do legal holds, they do a Rule 26F meet and confer. You know how important it is, how important Rule 26F is when it comes to the e-discovery process. You have ESI agreements. You have custodian interviews. You have ESI data mapping. So this is an important element to keep in mind. You have early case analysis. This is another element. You have ESI calling. You have in and out processing. This is where Lexbe is really flexing once again its professional muscles to kind of help you out win the case. You have requests for productions. You have predictive coding. You have production and assistance and deposition preparation. Now, it's one of those things where when it comes to deposition preparation, the Lexbe managed services team will work with your team, with your in-house lawyers and your co-counsel for that matter, to really prepare everybody before the case actually goes live. Okay. Let me talk to you about some extras here. So the thing is, when you think about Lexbe, I want you to think about additional details that really are kind of important as well. So you have a self-administering program. In other words, you basically can say, you know what, I want to do things myself. I love the DIY, the idea of a DIY thing. I'm going to do things myself. So here you can upload documents, set up cases, add and remove users, and prepare a document production from your computer, and probably all by yourself. And you are in complete control of the case and data management. Though if you need help with anything, Lexbe offers a free customer service. And if you need extended or specialized support, it offers professional services and they do so at an hourly rates. Okay. And you also have a Lexbe Uber index. So Lexbe's e-discovery platform captures text from a document's native version. It also grabs from metadata, pseudo metadata, text from OCR's version. So OCRs, we're talking about optional character recognition version of images, and from automatic English translations of foreign language documents. And this provides for a more comprehensive breakdown of your data and helps ensure that when you search for something, you will find it. That's really good. And this is important because we're talking here about admissibility of evidence in court, okay? And you also have a browser-based tool here. So Lexbe is PC and Mac compatible and doesn't require additional software or add-on to run. All you need is your web browser. This means that anyone who is an authorized user to your Lexbe account can review documents from any internet-capable device. It also means what? It means that if you need to hire freelance or contract attorneys for document review, getting them set up is really as easy as sending them login credentials. What about security? Well, Lexbe uses a 256-bit AES 256 encryption, which is the same technology used by financial institutions and the military. Okay, it is HIPAA compliant and uses AWS servers, which means that your data is stored in secure and monitored data centers. And so their terms of service note that they disclaim any ownership interest in your client's documents. Basically, it's and they hold those documents subject to attorney-client privilege and work product privilege. What about pricing? Well, when it comes to pricing, you're going to have to contact Lexbe because they do not disclose their prices on the website. You're going to have to call them at 1-800-401-7809 extension 22 or sales@lexbe.com to have a better idea about their pricing. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was just talking to you about Lexbe. So I was just doing a Lexbe review here, Lexbe eDiscovery software review. So I talked to you about I gave you the overview, the features, the value added. We talked about like managed services, extras also, and we also had a conversation about the pricing. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.